We do this every single time. Did you see this coming?
Absolutely not. There was absolutely no way we could have predicted it would be Lif at this point.
Oh, you
I thought it could have
stupid
been
troll.
Brigand Boss, for all I care.
Oh, yeah. I heard it was Brigand Boss, too. I mean, that's fair. I always expected Brigand Boss.
That's what the leaks were, right?
Yeah, that's what the leaks were. Nah, but the leaks were out for a month, so that's why none of us are really surprised by this, guys. We all knew. Everybody knew. I'm pretty sure people even made videos on it. I didn't bother making a video on it. It was just like... It just became common knowledge.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, we all expected him, but here's the thing. They pulled a fast one on us. This isn't Lif.
Yeah.
Like, they kept his general archetype, they kept his sword, but everything else is so much better.
Yeah, they definitely turned him a little bit more than just pure raw offense, which is nice.
Because when I looked at that, I was just like, oh, I don't really care about Lif. I don't care if he comes anymore. It's just like, I'm never going to use this guy. If he kept his set in story, it would have been just complete garbage.
I mean, I expected he'd get his own skill, just not Open the Future.
Open the Future is such a game changer. Not just Open the Future, but his unique B skill. I mean, with Thrasher, I could see it coming, but like, even then, that is crazy. I was thinking to myself, the reason why New Year Alphonse, Dual Alphonse, is so good is because he can instantly generate Open the Future, right? With by using his dual skill. But with Lif, you have this weird combination of Deadly Balance and Time's Pulse generating automatic Open the Futures.
Yep. So you don't have to spiral in because there's no slaying, so you can't do that. But instead, you're allowed to just Deadly Balance your way in, which is a really nice alternative way of getting it every single combat.
I also like the... Also, guys, this is getting a bit ridiculous. Do you realize how many of the heroes are out there nowadays that you literally can't touch? Like, if you cannot one-shot him, he's gonna really hurt you.
Yep. And you're probably not one-shotting this guy, because I haven't checked his other stats yet, but I think he has 38 defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up in a moment, just so you guys can see it. Oh, thanks for the subs, guys. Okay, so... Yeah, I'll show you guys in a moment what he is in story, but yeah, he is... He's basically defined by his high attack and high defense.
Yep.
Honestly... Okay, honestly, okay, let's just do the breakdown. Sokovec... Legion.
Sukvaveker.
I don't know if you're right or not, but it sounds better than what I said, so I'll go with it.
Umlato. It's pronounced like an U. Sukvaveker.
Okay. We talked about this when we first saw it a year ago, and how like useful that weapon would be if he ever got released. It's primarily like, it's actually funny. I think if most people read that, if they're a newer player, I wouldn't say for everybody, but if they read that, they're like, the first part is really good. The second part, where you hurt your ally for 20 damage, is really bad. But the reality is, that second part might actually be more useful than the first part.
Easily.
Easily.
Well, I mean, not easily the most useful, but definitely easily useful in general.
Right. Because your team setup, if you guys haven't, like, realized it by playing the game thus far, there are so many situations where desperation cannot be brought into the battle. Like, say you're in Arena Assault and you just realize, hey, I would like to use this hero that has, like, no defense, but could quad. Like, for me, in my case, it would be like Brado Cordy. But she can't hit anything. She can't kill anything in the first 2 shots. So she's like literally sitting on the bench doing nothing. But if I have somebody like Lif, that's actually not a problem anymore. Or I bring Ardent Sacrifice. But if you have to sacrifice a turn to get hit, then Ardent, then wait a next turn, and then you can attack. Like, it gets ridiculous.
Yeah,
so,
it's not worth the setup at that.
That's
I mean,
not
it
worth
is, but it's not.
Sometimes it's worth it if you can set it up, but other times it can cause losses. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but in that case, that's why... I'll just say the S-Sword. The S-Sword is so good. But, yeah. Anyways, the first part, though, is no slouch either. +4 to all stats, whether in combat it's a combat buff, and a guaranteed follow-up attack. So, essentially acts as QR so long as he has an ally within 3 spaces. Which, by the way...
It's either phase, so he can double player phase or enemy phase.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that.
Yeah, the only weapon I think that has it easier is Flame Segment. I mean, not Flame Segment, Regan Leaf, since it's just more attack. But this is one of the easiest dual phase weapons
Yeah.
for doubling.
Wait, no, you're wrong. You forgot somebody. You forgot Tsubasa.
Tsubasa isn't auto double. She's Desperation.
Well, wait, what? This isn't
This is auto follow up.
auto follow. But Tsubasa would be better.
Tsubasa's Desperation.
I know, but she should reasonably out. I guess you're right. It's not guaranteed to come out as a double, but she should just outspeed everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna basically just mean that as long as she's doubling, it's Desperation. But this just means that no matter what, he's doubling at least, which is better than most people can say.
Well, I still prefer reverse desperation, but I get your point.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, this is such a synergetic kit. Which, by the way, this is another one of those kits I can't tell you guys to change anything because it's literally perfect. What would you even change?
I literally can't. Unless you make a completely different build, you can't change much here. And Deadly Balance, I can almost definitely say, shouldn't be changed.
Right.
At the very least. But
yeah.
What
do you think this res looks like? I'll show you guys in a moment in story mode. I need to clear this Tempest Trials run first. But yeah.
Let me see if I can get an idea.
Because that's just gonna be his one weakness. He's just gonna be like Forsyth. He's just gonna be like Nagi, where he's incredibly dangerous if you can't one-shot him. Because if he heals, his first attack is gonna hit you really hard, and he's gonna heal a ton. What?
Okay, so the Great Mage does 0 damage and has 44 attack. 80% of 44 attack is 35.2. So you round up, goes to 36. That means that he's taking 0 from effectively 36 attack, which is curious because that would mean you would have to have 36 res here, which means Deadly Balance is attack def -5, so it's 31 roughly. Let me run that again. 39 times 0.8. So yeah, that's about 32 effective res bulk here. So at the very least, if he has Sukvabecker active, that's 28 res. At most, that's 32 without Sukvabecker.
Okay, that's still very good because I was like, if he was low 20s, by the way, just to put things in perspective, Astrom's low 20s. So it's not...
Astrom is low 20s, he's like 22.
Right. So that was just to put things into perspective because it sounds really bad, but it's not. Because if he could just... It's all about taking one hit, because Open the Future will heal him back up. So as long as he can take that one hit, he'll probably be okay.
Yeah. Let's see. 38 speed here, so Lif has to have at least 33 in this combat. Can't say what he actually has. Working on the rest. But, like, we're looking at 33 plus speed, 38 defense, 28 res, something like that. Well, 34 res if it's not Sukvabecker.
Okay, what was the last time he showed up in chapter in the story?
Well, the one I'm looking at right now is in that chapter where I'm referencing. So he has 42 HP, 53 attack, 30 speed, 34 defense, and 28 res.
Okay, so the one I'm looking at... Okay, yeah. 45 HP, 56 attack, 33 speed, 37 defense, 31 res. Yeah, she has... by the way, this is enhanced stats because this is the highest difficulty. But realistically, if you just drop everything by 3...
If you go a couple chapters back, it's not 40 plus, so it's even easier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. From what I can tell, if you just check from the highest one and you just drop everything by like 3, that's usually what you come up to. By the way, he has 42 HP in the trailer, so...
Yep. So I think that it's safe to say that what I named off on the GHB map unit is exactly what it is. So 42 HP, 37 attack, 30 speed, 34 defense, and 28 res.
Yep, that sounds right to me. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad they made these changes, because if this is what they were going to give us, guys. Ether, Deathblow 4, Special Spiral 3, Drive Attack.
I mean, they would have given him his own skill, but Deathblow Spiral doesn't sound bad.
I would not pull for him. With Anniversary coming up, if this is what they gave us, I would not touch him at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
I would have just gone for colorless and said that was the best on the banner.
Pretty much.
All right. Anyways, got anything more to say about him? It's really simple. It's all about. He's actually a great dual phaser at this point too, which is weird, but that's a reality of it. If you keep a hero right tagging along him, which by the way, 3 spaces back mean they're safe.
Yeah, they are clear out of range. You don't even have to really try for that much.
Mm-hmm. And because of how AI works, okay, the only issue here I would say is his BCL's deadly balance. It's not Vantage, and he was really relying on tanking that first shot. So the only thing I can say about him is that because his res is probably gonna be like 28, which effectively becomes like 32 with Sokovic, I don't know. And then if you can buff it and then you give him distant defense, even with all of that, there's a chance he gets in trouble. So
I mean, it's also attack -5 on deadly balance.
Oh, true. Okay, never
and
mind.
he heals as soon as he retaliates, so he's not really in trouble.
Never mind then. That's right. Because I was just like, maybe it gets close enough where he's in trouble. Which, by the way, he's actually not like completely slow. He should reach like low 30s in speed with his sword activate.
34 isn't terrible, all things considered. I mean, people will say it is, but it could be worse.
Okay, so the more interesting discussion I would say is whether to pair him up with Thracier.
Well, first of all, your allies are going to be hit left and right with debuffs, so hope you're ready for the 20 damage and -4 to all stats that they provide.
That's right. Both Thracier and Lif would fuck each other up. That's so stupid. But
I mean,
it's canon.
well, they wouldn't. Yeah, they would screw each other up, but they would also screw the hell out of your ally.
That's true. That's true. But I do like that because
their defense.
Because he's the ideal tanker. Like if you have Lif in front of Thracier and somebody runs in and attacks Thracier, Lif should kill them because Sookvek Bricker should still trigger and he should still double. And that, by the way, if Open the Future's 2 cooldown, he attacks, they attack, then he open the futures you. So
Yep.
you're definitely lose somebody from that. And if you attack him, he has it instantly. So no matter what happens, unless you have guard, he's gonna use it.
And player phase guard is very unlikely.
Player phase guard is very unlikely. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a good combination. And of course, Thracier will look out for him by dropping stats, and Deadly Balance will drop more stats, so he'll be fine.
Yeah. They don't particularly synergize with each other, but they definitely work well together.
Hold on, does Thracier's tome activate a debuff?
It does. So
then that means the idea is Thracier runs up, attacks, debuffs, Lif gets Deadly Balance. But Deadly Balance should trigger anyways because it's 100% HP. But yeah, they technically synergize.
So yeah, if for some reason Lif gets fully damaged, then he'll be fine by Thracier's proxy. Assuming, of course, that she's the one that she targets him.
Yeah, but because it's over 50%, that's so lenient, by the way. If it were like over 75%, I would say that's more fair. But that's 50%, that's so lenient.
Yeah, especially with the fact that you're healing every other hit, you will be fine at the entire match.
Exactly. His weapon doesn't cancel debuffs.
Yeah, what?
He doesn't cancel any debuffs, by the way. If he gets debuffed, he's still debuffed.
Yeah, it's not like Shannon or anything. He'll still get debuffed. It's just that he gets +4 to all stats if there's an ally nearby.
Yeah. Oh, his buff cancel out the debuff technically. Oh, you're talking about the combat +4 to all stats.
Oh yeah, so yeah, if she debuffs him for all 4, then he just buffs himself up for +4 to all stats for being near Thracier, and it kind of cancels out.
Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it. I guess you're right. Yep. Okay. So, anyways, the big thing is how to build him, and I really think you give him distant defense. Why? because up close, nothing's gonna kill him in one shot. He has the defense for it. So that means distant. So that means Open the Future is gonna trigger. He's gonna heal. He's gonna do a lot of damage. Good enough. It's at a range where it might become a problem. So if you give him distant defense, he actually has more res than defense, and it also increases his Open the Future damage because distant defense provides 6 res, 6 defense. So he would now do more damage and heal a bit more as well. So yeah, if you just drop distant defense on him, I think you're done. And reposition.
Pretty much.
That's it. What an easy hero to build.
Yeah, no, they definitely didn't make the build this tough. If you wanted to change it, you'd have to make a completely different unit, and it's probably not going to work as an Eat the Raids defense, because DC is one of the best skills for this kind of archetype.
Now, he's not invincible. I don't think anyone has to mention it, but like Reinhardt would destroy him. Like, that's the entire idea. If you're a mage and you double, you should be able to beat him. But outside of that,
a good mage, yeah.
Yeah, outside of that, he should be fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hold on.
He's just really hard to kill. What?
Hold on, guys. You guys realize... Oh my god. Kyria, the TMS, or Kyria, she's going to still one-shot him. Because if he has 42 HP and like 28 res, she hits like a 70. I guess if his sword activates, it becomes a problem. But technically, she could still kill him in one shot.
I mean, she'll also lose 5 attack again because of
oh, that's right. Never mind. It doesn't. It's okay. I feel so bad because every mage I'm thinking of, they're just off because of the. Because I mean,
Legendary Julia should kill without a doubt. But if you're talking,
oh yeah, well that's
mages.
blue. But yeah, I'm saying outside of blue mages, I really can't think of anyone who can just deal with him instantly.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, so Kyria has 58 base attack, inflicts -6 res, so it's like she has 6. Her solo is 70, low attack res is 73, and then it goes down by 5, so it's like 68. 42, 28 bulk is 60, 70 bulk on the nose. So yeah, no, she won't kill, even if he doesn't proc Soak Quebecer.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I really can't think of a mage that's supposed to one-shot him outside of blue mages.
Not without investment, because I mean, I didn't consider seal slot or anything, but he could have distant defense.
Good job, Casey, on pulling her. Okay, in terms of the rest of the banner, congrats.
Minus attack.
Wow. I mean, she's still super good. I mean,
oh no, she is.
You're gonna hit like what, 67 instead of 73? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no.
All right, but in terms of the rest of the banner, what do you think's worthwhile here?
Definitely colorless. That's easy. Green's not terrible this time. I think that it'd probably be red first, then blue, then green, then blue. If I had to be honest.
Yep, I agree as well. It's really just between red and colorless. Blue's pretty interesting, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really excited for Ephraim anymore, and Picnic Luca, I don't even view as like a top 5 defensive lancer anymore.
I mean, he is the defensive lancer.
I mean, literally, yeah, he just literally has the stats. That's it. He does nothing special about him otherwise. He
doesn't even have the BST. He has less BST than average at 173.
Well, there you go. That's the problem with him. That's actually like depresses me. But yeah.
Yeah, and not to mention Mamori just came out with the same defense.
Right.
Hooray.
So yeah, because of that, I think Ephraim's good and all, but he's kind of feeling outdated at this point. So it's
not like he's competing much if you're looking for a Gale Force spot.
Well, yeah, there's not much competition in that respect, but his BST keeps him back. He doesn't have any very unique or special skills. And if anything, his skills are pretty poor. You actually don't want to keep anything but his lance.
Seriously, who gave him threatened defense?
Yeah. But for everybody else, yeah, it's colorless. It's actually the double leaf spanner because both leaves are really good, but outside of that, it's a bit questionable.
Yeah, I mean, Kanegas is still amazing, and I mean, he's not the king of sweeping, but he's definitely one of your best options. And
yeah,
Loki's always a staple, and any Ether Raids team if you're looking for gravity.
Here's the thing. I got Kanigas, and I put in my team. I buffed him up. I think I even gave him a few hours. I was so convinced I was going to use him a ton, but I ended up not using him very much at all.
I've seen Kanigas work as an ultimate sweeper, but you have to make sure that he stays alive, which takes investment. Sometimes Special Fighter.
I think Special Fighter completes him, but yeah. He's technically a really good option, guys. It's just like Special Fighter would really complete him. If he doesn't heal instantly, it actually becomes a problem for him.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. You won't.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm getting over a cold.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Do you have the coronavirus? I'll be honest, guys. I've been like reading and watching so many things on the coronavirus. And it officially came to Canada, by the way. That's why.
Yay. No.
It's a good thing you can't infect me with it over the computer screen. By the way, I read masks don't do very much either, which is really weird.
They're porous. You gotta be able to breathe through them so germs get out.
Yeah.
I'm not Canadian.
Anyways.
But, yeah. Kanigas you'll always do well with. Just don't expect him without investment to be the be-all, end-all of your tanks.
Yep. We're actually gonna feature a really good one later on Nimdom Top 10 because we saw a really good one. But yeah, it does take some investment. He is really, really good, but he's not free. I think Lif's free, as in like you don't just get the perfect set. But he is good fodder if nothing else, because you get fodder off Distant Defense 4 just by getting Distant Defense 1, 2, and 3 from like Summer Leo, or not Summer Leo,
Picnic
Leo, and then you just learn Vengeful Fighter 1, 2, 3, and then DD4. So that's actually pretty good fodder.
Yeah, he's really efficient in that regard.
Okay, but yeah, outside of that,
yeah, Loki, gravity is always very nice.
yeah,
Colorless just in general.
Like infinite range, gravity, pretty good.
Yeah. It's not as good as I think it was when Ether Raids came out.
I'll be honest, I have hardly used her in recent times.
I do not.
Like, I used to use her all the time. She used to come out like every couple matches. But now, like, there's been weeks where I just don't use her at all. So
I just don't need gravity as much.
Yeah, I just don't need it as much. I feel like the legendary Azuras are on a downswing. People got used to dealing with them, and then people don't use them anymore.
I mean, people still use mages, and I still find my tactics amazing. But I don't see myself using Loki as much. Fjorm is still fine, but there's just no need for Loki, even if she's good.
Right. There's no need. You want Mufasa? I do recommend him. I think he's really, really good. Anyways.
Yeah.
Aside from that,
yeah.
I think Red is decent enough because of female Byleth, just from Ruptured Sky, Fury 4, Wrath. Like, great fodder, and she's just a great hero in general.
Yeah, Creator Sword is busted.
Right, and then Legendary Eliwood closes it out really well.
Probably one of the best, no, the best support that isn't a dancer.
Right. That bonus Stalwart support is still ridiculous to me. But yeah, that's exactly why. So between all those heroes, it's I can recommend this banner. But I would only really recommend Colorless and Red unless you really, really want Brave Lucina for some reason. But she comes back so frequently, I don't feel like it's an issue.
Brave Lucina is not on this banner. Legendary Lucina.
Legendary Lucina.
Yeah, and green. I mean, if you need Hector still for Osteo's Pulse, I guess. I also get creamed by him every now and again.
Osteo Pulse is only on him, and I don't really see people use him.
People use him in Pulse teams that don't exactly have the right setup.
Okay, I get it.
But yeah, I see him decently often enough. Yoon, I mean, she's a staple on Dark Season at this point. If you don't have her, probably should get her. And then Hilda is the best axe unit for speed, so you gauge if you need that or not.
Yeah, personally, I don't really value her, but sure. Anyways,
she's been amazing for me, so yeah.
Anyways, that's the banner. I don't really think there's much to talk about. Usually we talk a bit longer, but Leaf was basically as expected. We knew his archetype, his structure. It's just his skills blew us away, and he's really good. But outside of that, this banner is. By the way, there's still no Keaton, and I know he's back on the other banner.
Yeah, they probably weren't going to rerun him tandem to his current first rerun. That'd be kind of weird.
But how many months has it been? I've been waiting for him forever now.
Well, if it's any solace for you, I free Keaton, so I got the
free
benefit.
pull. Okay, congrats.
Plus HP minus res.
Hilda hits so freaking hard, but you don't need her, and that's the reality of it. You just don't need her. It's the thing is like Edelgard. If you have Edelgard, she's effectively the same thing.
Yeah, I mean Hilda is just raw speed Edelgard. You have to kind of work a little bit with her, but if you have a good Edelgard, you never need Hilda. Likewise, if you have a good Hilda, you don't need Edelgard.
Right, and I'm just not sold on the necessity of like a green Gale Force hero, because that's really what she should be.
Hilda doesn't have to necessarily be one, but she very well could be.
Well, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't seem very special. Like, the stats are there, I understand that. And her support role is okay, but, eh.
Fair enough.
Anyways, standard amount of time, guys, for a week, or 8 days. And then I have to say it's probably bait, because we're going into anniversary and most likely we'll have better things.
I'm going for Leaf. I always go for the Mythic, so it's kind of my thing. Not to mention, it'd be nice to have a better scoring anima unit than Thrasier.
Okay. Let me know, guys. What are you guys gonna do? Because for me, I have Eliwood merges. I have Bylif. Leaf is
Same
really
here.
interesting, and I think. By the way, Leaf is one of those heroes I would really suggest for Tempest Trials. Just like always Tempest Trials. Just like New Year Alphonse. Because
Or Sothis.
Or Sothis. Or yeah, that's basically it. Because they heal a bunch, they're hard to one-shot.
Actually, don't, because he hurts your allies all the time.
Oh yeah. He ends up being the biggest he has to sweep by himself. Actually, then yeah, I really don't know if you'll need him. I think he's better for new players. Or
yeah. If you are using him, control.
Oh yeah.
Or Aether's defense, but yeah, you have to be controlling him if you want.
You know, it's actually funny. The hero I can actually truly suggest more than him is the other Leaf, because that's a top archer, and I definitely think you can use him.
Oh, Archer Leaf is definitely no difficulty to use, very universal unit.
Yeah.
This one's a little more of a specialist, but there's some really neat setups you can do, especially considering we might have had Fallen Berkut in the past, but Fallen Berkut only works if he's countering in the enemy phase against a ranged unit. This works no matter what, as long as he attacks.
Good point, yeah.
Much easier to set up your desperations, which can really fix your core.
Right. Okay,